A stroke can change someone's life forever. It happened for Scott Flesness. Scott worked as a mechanic and on ranches for most of his life, but after a stroke, he lost all feeling in his left hand. Elizabeth Shores tells us how he avoided amputation.
Scott Flesness has done tasks like this millions of times, but when he had a stroke nearly a year ago, he lost feeling and function of his left hand. He was helping out on a friend's ranch when it happened, and 20 days later, he woke up in Fargo with no memory of the event. All he knew was he was no longer able to move his left hand.
It scares you, when you've done things for life, both hands, and then you can't do it. Like I said, there's a lot of things, just holding my cell phone or something like that. If I'm not paying attention, it falls right through my hand. It's just, I'm 67 years old. I've been working with this hand all my life, now it's hard.
Scott says it got to the point where he was asking doctors to cut it off.
I had no use for it. It was dead at the time.
His doctor sent him to occupational therapy with Corey Radke in September 2024, and he says it was difficult at first.
When I first met him, he walked right in the door and he said, "I don't know what you're going to do, be able to do to help me because my hand is dead and it doesn't do anything. I'd rather have it cut off." I asked the doctor to get it cut off.
Since Radke started working with Scott, she says he has gone from feeling nothing to about 80 or 90% sensation. It's been an adjustment, though. He uses his eyes a lot more than he used to whenever he wants to move his left hand. Radke and Scott slowly work toward tasks like identifying objects without looking to untying knots, things he wouldn't have been able to do before. She says Scott has been dedicated to doing exercises on his own as well, and it's made a difference.
Your patient has to be motivated to be able to do the work outside. And I think with both of us working together as a team, you can accomplish really great things. You can get back to being as independent as possible.
Scott says even though it was painful, the therapy was worth it.
If they're assigned therapy, go for it. 100%. I mean, it may hurt you, you may get mad or something like that, but you're always going to come out ahead.
Scott says things he wouldn't have been able to do nearly a year ago are slowly becoming easier. He says even when it's frustrating, pushing himself under Radke's guidance has made a world's difference. In Bismarck, I'm Elizabeth Shores reporting for your News Leader.
Scott's retired now, but he says he hopes to be able to eventually return to some of his normal activities.